Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Underdog Lord, this is Underdog Views, and I watch Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. Yes, it was another, fun movie of the franchise, but out of these two, I think I prefer the first one. But it was not a bad movie, It was another fun movie, and I hope that the other two movies are as fun as the first one, Yeah. I'm looking at the budget here, this budget was 10 million bucks, obviously this is in 1987, so, it's probably a bit higher, in comparison with the first Transformers movie that came out 20 years later, but, just think about the numbers, okay, what would be now money, maybe 50 million, okay, but 50 million, for Revenge of the Nerds 2, or 150 million for the first Transformers movie. I get it, very big difference, because the special effects, for the cost, to make the Transformers just transform on screen is probably a lot, it probably cost a lot, but you can see how big of a difference the budget for some movies are, let's say 100 million bucks, just in difference, and 100 million it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, You probably can make with that kind of money a couple more movies, but just 150 million for one movie, that's still a lot. But let's just start with Revenge of the Nerds 2, Nerds in Paradise. We see a poster on the wall and the camera goes down. We see some books and go further. We see a calculator and we see a hand, with an arm with hand, grab the calculator and goes off screen. Camera goes further and we see there a picture of what's her name. Betty Childs. Okay, now I have to know. That's McGinley. Is he? I think he. I knew it. It's Jefferson from Marriage with Children. I fucking knew it. I thought I recognized him. But I don't think he is back for this movie. No. Yeah, so we see a picture of Betty Childs. I want to say Betty David. We see him, picture, and we see, the camera follows the picture, he puts it in the suitcase, then he goes back to the computer, where he puts a pen in, that pen protection thing, he picks that one up and then puts it in his breast pocket. The camera goes further and we can see it's Lewis. But we can leave that, because if you want to know what's happening next, watch the movie yourself. Now, I thought that Lewis and Betty were, a couple. At the end of the first movie, they were a couple. I don't know how many years, how many months, it is between the first movie and this movie, but I thought they were a couple, but apparently not, because he hooked up with another girl, Sunny Carstairs. So, you know, what happened there? Did they break up? Were they never a couple? I don't know. I thought they were a couple, you know. The Alpha Betas were back. Well, not all of them, but just the group. The group name, the fraternity, you know, they were back. Ogre was back in the movie, and you know, they kind of kidnapped, you know, the Trilamps, the Lambda, you know, they kidnapped them and threw them, you know, off a boat near a shore, you know, of an island or something, you know. And then they threw Ogre with them, you know. Well, Ogre said something, oh yeah, we can tell everybody, you know, what we did, shit like that, yeah, we're gonna brag about it. And then said, yeah, okay, no. And they threw him overboard. So they basically killed him because he can't swim. But now Ogre is a lambda. So I really hope for the third movie that we see Ogre back in the movie, but then as a nurse. That will be so much fun. So, you know, that's what I'm looking forward for in the third movie. This movie was just not as good as the first one. It was a decent movie, but just not as good as the first one. So I think I will give this one a 3.75. It was still a fun movie. Gilbert was a bit less in this movie because he had broken his leg. So you know, we got some side shots of him, you know, sitting home or wherever he is, while the others are at the beach in Florida at Fort Lauderdale. That is Florida, right? I'm not American, so I don't know. Anyway, I think I will give this movie 3.75, but go watch the movie yourself, leave likes, recommend good. Movie based in Florida, movie down below in the comment section. Check out my second channel, Underdog Eats, where the food things every week. Content allemaal als Ogre, a virtual Underdog Reacts, where we do primarily music. Link down below in the description, and see you guys next time. Bye.